Hi, everyone. This is LaGiglia with the MortgageMessage Show. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about getting more involved with your community with Executive Director Tasha Marsaglia of the Plainfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of the Mortgage Message Show. My name is LaGiglia, and I'm joined today with my friend and Executive Director of the Plainfield Area Chamber of Commerce, Tasha Marsaglia. Tasha, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I want to start out this interview by kind of sharing why I have such a near and dear place to my heart for the Chamber. When we came here 4 years ago, Oakley Community Mortgage was looking for a way to get connected to the community. And so many people that I connected with said, you have to start with the Plainfield Area Chamber of Commerce. And what I want to kind of have as a first question based off of that experience, and I'm going to talk more about that throughout the interview, is if a local business is looking for a way to get connected, why would the Plainfield Area Chamber of Commerce be a place that they have to check out?
Absolutely. Great question. So we have a lot of different local chambers within the Plainfield area. And, you know, one of the reasons that I feel that a lot of our business do decide to get connected is because of the way that we connect with our community, and that's with just not even just events, but also events within the chamber itself. I personally was a member of our chamber before I became the executive director, and that was one of the things that stood out to me. And I think it's very important to close that gap so our community knows what our businesses are out there. I mean, there's a lot of times that you hear, oh, I didn't realize that business was here, or I didn't realize that business was here. So we truly try to make that connection. And again, that's through a lot of our local community events that we do. We don't just offer community events, but that's one of the great reasons, you know, to get involved within our organization.
So great. Yeah. And I can be a testimony to that when we first started, you know, trying to create our business journey here, there were so many doors that were open through being connected to the chamber. Kind of a contrast question to that is if there is a member of the community that may not necessarily have a local business, what are some of the ways that the chamber serves the community, not necessarily just the local business owner?
So as far as the community, if you're looking to get involved, I mean, we offer a lot of different ways to help you get more comfortable with what's going on. We have a couple different programs. One is actually, it used to be called our Residential Greeter Program, and this is something that we're really excited that we are relaunching. Obviously, with everything that's been going on this past year, we kind of had to take a step back and reevaluate that program. So give a little bit of brief history in regards to that program. What it was anybody that was new to the community, they would receive a bag at their house, but it would be a sit-down visit. So we have businesses that participate in this program. And then what they do with the information that that person would receive is we would give it back to that business owner. So now there's already a connection of, you know, and I think of one off the top of my head, Soap Opera Laundromat has been a member of that program, I think, since it started. And it's a way to get the community members to understand what's around here. Now, kind of moving forward, that program is changing, and it's now going to be called the Plainfield Connections Program. And what that's going to do is it's not only going to target our new residents, it is also going to target our current residents. So, for instance, we receive lists from not only our local village, but also through the school district of people that have moved in the community. And what we do is we are going and dropping those bags off. You don't have to sit down and talk to anybody. There's a letter on the front of that bag that actually shares what your next steps are and how to reconnect with some of these other businesses in the area. We want to kind of try to create it or make it be kind of like a referral. You know, there's so many different great social media pages out there that people can utilize, but this is something that's strictly for our members that want to be a part of that program. And it's also going to get those community members to become more active within it. So I encourage people to stay tuned for that. We have some information on our website about it, but that's literally getting ready to relaunch this week.
That's so exciting. That's so exciting. I know that the residential program has been a long mainstay. And being able to adapt to current times to still make it relevant and connect business owners with the community is such a fantastic thing that's been developed. Kind of along those lines, I want to talk about something that over the last 6 months, so many in the community have been so appreciative of the Chamber for doing and lifting up this community, specifically our restaurant owners and our local business owners. The Chamber took the initiative over, this last COVID era since the beginning of March, and created this incredible Facebook page that really took traction. Certainly anyone that was paying attention saw the growth and the connectivity of this page happen almost overnight. And out of, to your point, of other chambers and other type of organizations around, it was one of the first to be able to say, how can we adapt in this moment in history? So I'd love for you to kind of touch upon kind of the development of that Facebook page and kind of where it's gone.
Absolutely. So obviously when COVID hit, it really affected our organization. Our organization lives off of our members, like yourself, and events, and we couldn't do those things. And so it was an opportunity for us as an organization to take a stand back and really make it about our community and not just our members. And when I say that is, we created that restaurant page, and we have over 9,000 people that are active on that page. We allowed businesses that are non-chamber members to be a part of it, people that are in the surrounding area to be a part of it. And like you said, it grew overnight. Now that's just our restaurant side. We do have a business aspect one as well, business page as well, that people can go to. And our whole goal was to be able to give these businesses and restaurants an opportunity to still keep business going. People weren't walking up and down the streets at that time. People weren't being able to go out to eat. But, after about being in your house for a couple weeks, everybody was getting stir crazy and what can I do and how can I help these businesses? And that was something that we really felt was going to be beneficial. And it truly has been. It's a great resource for people to utilize. I look at it daily. It's so nice to see people randomly just go, hey, anybody know if there's any family deals going on? Or does anybody know a great X, Y, and Z business to go to purchase, something? And so it's really become this kind of mini, I don't want to say Amazon shopping because it's not, but a mini online playing field, for our businesses and our restaurants. And that's actually where we also came up with the Playing Field Connections program as well, because we saw how well that traction is going within our community and surrounding communities, that we really wanted to continue that with our members and for our members too.
So great. I think that the page immediately and has still continued to bring hope to those business owners like the Chamber that have been very much affected by this moment. And I think even more than that is that you figured out a way to carry the mission of the Chamber despite the obstacles that were in front of us. And so it's just a huge round of applause for that and everyone behind it. Speaking to kind of on a historic basis, I think there's so many things that happen in the peripheral of the community that the Chamber has been a part of or has been basically the sole provider behind. And I'd love on a historic basis, because I know events change and things are changing very rapidly, but on a historic level, kind of just speak to the audience about the different events throughout the calendar year that really have, the Chamber be a big part of.
Yeah, so things that we've typically done that obviously, like you said, we've had to change, or even that we've done new this year, we do everything from a business expo. So a great opportunity. We were lucky enough to get that in this year, and that was at the end of February. It's an opportunity for our public to come to a free event and to get to know our businesses face to face. We do a Plainfield Harvest 5K that's always held at the end of September. And that event has been around for over 21 years. That event is really huge for our organization because it's an opportunity for us to give back to local organizations as well with some of the money that is raised through that. Now, obviously, with everything that's going on this year, we've had to tweak and change that event to be able to follow, the guidelines and still have a live race, So there are a lot of changes, so it's not going to be the same type of event, but it's something we're being able to do for our community. We also do local cruise nights. Again, that brings people down to our community, down to our downtown area to be able to patronize our restaurants and our businesses. We also do just within, not even just events with the community, but events within our membership, we do network nights. Exact way that I met you, and you mentioned that. And I think that, we're still being able to do those now. We're starting to get back into the swing of those things. But during COVID, again, we had to make changes. We did a lot of those things virtually, just as many businesses did, So we're hoping to be able to bring a lot of these events back out publicly, full force next year. We do a Halloween event that, I hate to say that we are having to cancel this year just due to the amount of people that do attend it. And we also typically do a holiday event as well, partnered with the Plainfield Park District, and we're having to tweak that and, not being able to actually do that face-to-face this year as well. But, all we can do is look forward to 2021 and know that we're going to be able to bring those events back and be stronger and continue to close that gap between our businesses and our community and get people active again.
So good. I also hear you guys do a golf outing, right?
We do a golf outing, yeah. Can't believe I didn't say that one. No, and honestly, I was actually in a meeting this morning, and it really meant the world to me to hear this. And I had a volunteer. We were in our 5K meeting. I had a volunteer who's come out, I want to say the past 3 years, and she actually helps your partner with Social Vid, with Tom, to take pictures. And Shelly from the C.W. Avery Family YMCA, and she said that our golf outing this year was one of the best days for her this year because she was able to get out and have a good day and see everybody smiling. And, and we thank, obviously, Oakley Community Mortgage for being our naming sponsor for this. It was a sold-out event this year. And I can tell you that people were happy to be there. You could see that people were happy to be there. And that is something that we try to give back to our members. We keep the costs down for people to participate because we know the time and effort that you put into our organization and our community as well. So it's just, I wanted to share that testimonial because it really, truly meant a lot this morning to hear that and to see just the impact of, something that can seem really small and little, but it actually was really big and huge for her of being able to have a great day and see people smiling and around others.
It's such a great testimony. I can't wait to share that with the rest of the team. And to your point, it kind of goes to, a thought that's carried with me as a member of the chamber these last 4 years that it really presents the culture of what this community represents and the best of it right here in the chamber, and it starts here. Absolutely. And to be a business owner that's connected to that is to be connected to that goodwill of what you want your community to be the best of. I want to kind of talk about, as we just kind of did the canvas of events, there was a real moment in history that I feel so proud to be a part of with you, that there was an event that was done for the first time ever, that we wanted to let our community know that we're with you and that you're not alone and that we're all in this together. So proud to have that memory of being a part of the Nice to See You Plainfield online concert.
Absolutely.
Tell our audience, if they weren't one of the 5,700 people who viewed that concert, what that was all about and kind of what that meant.
Absolutely. And yes, you did get me teary-eyed because I know people are probably looking, going, what's going on? That was, I have to say, the best event to be a part of. And, 5,700 people watched that event, getting live music, bringing this free concert to our community and bringing people together was amazing. And it felt really good. It felt good for our organization. And I know it felt good for you. And I enjoyed every minute of, emceeing the event with you. It was a lot of fun. And I think that, by doing that, it showed that we are all in this together. I've heard in the past, and actually Vitella, who works in our office, she had somebody say, I feel like everybody's saying it's about Plainfield. And she's like, well, that's just because Plainfield's taking a stance and coming together. And I actually heard that the other day again, too. And, it gives me pride to be a part of a community that's like that, to start seeing the good, because there is so much that has been so negative out there in regards to what's been going on and, really trying to bring people together. But I will say that is an event that I think we should definitely do again, because I think so many people enjoyed it. They got to, watch this concert in their home with their families. Some people even had friends over to do it. It was kind of like a block party type atmosphere, and we raised $5,700 to be able to donate back into our community, which I think was amazing. And it felt so good to do it.
Yeah, it really agreed with you. The exclamation point on that beginning era of this whole thing, that was the glimmer of hope that, hey, we can still come together. So thank you for all your efforts, because I know that they were a lot. As we kind of move forward into this rest of the 2020, moving into 2021, I can't say it loud enough about what this chamber has meant for me on a personal and professional development, what it's meant to everyone that is connected to our business at Oakley Community Mortgage. And I just would like to say to any business owner that's out there that is in this area, Plainfield Area Chamber of Commerce that's in this area, what are some of the ways, once they get involved, for them to be involved with the chamber?
Absolutely. So if you decide to become a chamber member, one of the first things that we ultimately talk to you about is become an ambassador. And it is one of the easiest things. I mean, even right now, we do have ambassadors that are out there. They're making phone calls to current members. It's a great opportunity for you to make connections, especially if you're not comfortable going to face-to-face events yet. They've definitely been had a huge responsibility with keeping our members, I don't want to say happy, but being in touch with them, because when there's only 2 of you in your office and you're trying to work with over 700 members, you need help. And so this is a great way for somebody to get active immediately and get to know some of the other members in our organization. But we have committees that go from there all the way to legislative, to our health and wellness, to our education committee. Education committee tries to put on an event, puts on an event every year, and it's actually getting ready to come up. It's another one of our events that we're going to be able to do because it's at 2 different local establishments. And we raise funds for our career readiness scholarships that we give out to local high school students of current chamber members' kids. Another great way to give back to our members and our community as well. And so that's going to be coming up September 10th. But that committee is able to put this event on and bring fun, to the community at restaurants. We're going to be at Station 1 and at Garage Band Brewing and utilizing their outdoor patio and their indoor. And, I definitely encourage people. But, again, there's so many different things. If we don't have a committee that you think is viable, one of the big things that we do, and I said this today earlier when I was at an event, is we want to hear from our members, because this is not my organization. This is not Vitella's organization or our board of directors organization. This is our members' organization, and we want you to have a say in what's going on. And so, if you have an idea, we always encourage people to bring it to us. And it's happened over the years, and it's been amazing to see.
It's so great. I'm just thinking as you're sharing that the Nice to See You Plainfield concert was just an idea.
An idea.
Of a brand new member.
Absolutely.
Shout out to John Evans.
Yes, thank you, John.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, the open door policy, the culture created of being able to allow the flow of ideas to happen and to have such an inviting presence to anybody to come in and have a place for them to be a part of it, it means everything. And so I really do encourage any business owners who are watching to really take a grasp of that if you're not connected. When I first joined, there was a new member meeting. And I just have to tell this story to kind of put closure to this interview. Shout out to our friend Matt Szymanski from Edward Jones. Absolutely. I believe he was chairman at the time, and he shared just a simple sentence in that new member meeting. And he said, the thing about the Plainfield Area Chamber is what you put in is what you'll get back and more.
Absolutely.
And so to any new members or current members who are watching this, it's certainly words that I've lived by these last 4 years, and it's what you guys embody, you, Vitella, and the rest of the team. And so just a huge thank you from this community, from all the members, for all you guys do for us, because certainly it's not said enough. And to any members who are watching, either current or new, please get involved with the sponsorships. The Chamber needs you now more than ever. So Tasha, on behalf of all of us, thank you. And if anyone who's watching wants to connect with you, either about membership or just to connect about being involved in the community, what's the best way someone can get a hold of you?
Best way is to email pacc@plainfieldchamber.com if you want to send us an email, or you can definitely give us a call, 815-436-4431. Or, as you have said, we do have an open door policy. We are here. We do encourage you to stop on by. It's happened. We're very excited. We've still continued to grow through this process of everything that's going on. But we're here to serve you, serve your community, and keep growing stronger.
I love it. And don't miss your Facebook Live videos.
Yes, and please don't miss my Facebook Live videos.
Yeah, on a weekly basis. Well, Tasha, thank you. On behalf of our audience, this has been a great show. We really hope that you got a ton of value out of this thing. And if you can, share it with your networks. We'd love to have more people be able to get involved with our community. My name is LaGiglia. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.